What is up, beautiful people? Welcome to the Libra season and equinox workshop. I personally love Libra season because I'm a Libra rising. So if you have any strong Libra placements in your chart, Libra sun, Libra moon, Libra rising, even like a Mars or a Venus in Libra, you're definitely going to want to pay attention to this workshop. You're definitely going to want to pay attention to this equinox. And we still have the South Node in Libra. So this is like an amplified experience for anyone with strong Libra placements. You definitely need to pay attention to what we're about to talk about. Okay. I also have an Ace of Coins here, which I love. I have an Ace of Swords here, which I love, but they're both reversed because we are making space for these new things to come in. And we're going to talk about why it's so important to work with this equinox energy to figure out how to create more space because the equinox brings us into better balance, as does Libra season, which is why Libra season happens on the equinox because Libra represents the scales, represents karma, represents the abundance in which we plant seeds so things will grow. We get to gather all of those results. So this is an opportunity for us to really gather the results and to look at what's working and what's not working. And that can be external things, that can be internal things, that can just be old mindsets, relationships, work, habits. There's a lot of things that are coming up. So let's dive in and talk about how to bring better balance into all of these aspects of ourselves. The beauty of this human experience is that there's always two sides to the coin. There's always an equal and opposite reaction to everything that we do. And part of the polarity that we experience here, it just shows by example that there is part of our being that is made up of the light and there is part of our being that is made up of the dark. Those are the shadow aspects of ourselves, and maybe it's not always so extreme like addiction or this or that or whatever. It's like it can just be the shadow aspect of ourself is that we hold shame around our voice, around presenting what we want to present. We hold fear, we hold scarcity mindset, and it's like these are the types of things where it's important that we feel that way. It's important that certain things trigger us. It's important that we have these overwhelming experiences at times because those are actually the pinpoints. Those are the specific areas that we need to look at so that we can release such a charged experience around those emotions. So let's say you're in a relationship, maybe it's a friendship, a work thing, maybe it's love, it doesn't really matter, but this person does something and you get really angry. Like, okay, the emotion, the energy in motion moving through your body is manifesting as anger. That is also a trigger point. That is an area of focus that you need to pause and look behind and say, what is making me feel so angry in this moment? Is it that I feel disrespected by this person? Okay. And then what's behind that? Is there a wound from the past where I was so disrespected that I didn't get what I desired? I got taken advantage of. I was not taken seriously. They told me to shut the fuck up or whatever it is. And it's like, and then that caused me to close down. And now I move through my life closed down a little bit because of that childhood or that past experience. And this person right now is triggering part of me that wants to be able to stand up, that wants to be able to speak my truth and stand in my power. But I still don't. And I'm feeling frustrated. And that's why when they do this, I get angry. So, like, the point that I'm trying to make is like in this process of recognizing the external experience is triggering an internal response. That internal response is a key indicator of how aware I am of the emotions that are coming up and where those emotions stem from. And it's waving a little flag to be like, hey, look here, something needs to be more deeply integrated into my consciousness, into my being, into my experience. When we then begin to work on integrating these emotions, these traumas, these wounds deeper into our experience through acceptance, through shadow work and talking to those parts of ourselves and journaling it out and doing breath work and all these practices that'll move that energy up and out of the body so that we can begin to integrate it. When we begin to integrate more of the shadow aspects of ourselves, we then give more space for the light to show up. So it's like the deeper we go in the shit, the more space we have to plant seeds and the higher we can rise into the light. So it's one and the same. So don't ever look at these experiences of like, I'm fucking triggered, I'm super upset, I'm X, Y, or Z. Like, don't think of that as a bad thing. Think of that as like a lesson being dropped into your space where it's like, this is something that you need to look at. And if you can look at that, and I suggest you do, if you can look at that and you can work through that, then the level of expansiveness that shifts in your being by integrating this shadow allows you more access to the light. And as you begin to expand your shadow and expand your light and integrate the both, the wholeness of your being begins to expand, which means you can hold more energy, which means you can hold higher value relationships, you can hold more money, you can hold more experiences in your life that are going to be enriching because you're not controlled by these underlining emotions, by these underlining triggers that are actually hijacking your experience. Like if that person says something and then I get all triggered and I get hijacked by my nervous system and I just respond in an angry way, I'm not actually in control there. I'm not in control. Like my body takes over, my emotional response takes over, my reaction takes over. Like I'm not in control of that experience. So it's like, it's really important that like you use, it's really important that you use that awareness to teach yourself and to support yourself on this journey. So, what is so beautiful about the equinox, whether it's the spring equinox or the fall equinox, doesn't really matter because, again, we're all on Earth together at the same time. We're all sharing an experience. Maybe we're only looking at this side of the experience, which is the fall equinox for us in the northern hemisphere. But on the other side of the coin, on the southern side of the Earth, we've got the fall or the spring equinox. So we have the spring on one side and the fall on the other side. It's two sides of the same coin. Both energies are present. So we can, in this moment, in this season of this equinox, energy, which is the equinox phase will last for 3 months. We have the fall or the spring season for 3 months. So we have that phase, that time frame to work with both sides of the coin. So as we in the northern hemisphere are being called to release more and to let go more, we're going to start seeing the true colors of what is manifesting in front of us. We're going to start seeing people in a bit of a different light. We're going to start feeling that we want to relate to people in a different light, that we want to relate to the world around us in a different capacity. As we begin to recognize the things that we are letting go of because certain parts of our experience feel out of alignment, we are still called to access that southern hemisphere energy, that spring equinox, and to integrate and to plant new seeds for the behaviors and the actions we want to take that will allow us to find better balance because we see the things that we want to let go of and we can access that collective energy of the spring equinox to also begin to take action on the things that we do want to do that will serve us. The opposite is true for those of you in the southern hemisphere. So you are now moving into the spring equinox. You have an opportunity to plant seeds, to move forward in new ways, to take new action. But in order for you to take new action, you need to let go of the old action. You need to let go of the old shit. You can't bring in all the new stuff and hold on to all the old shit. You need to like pick and choose, bitch. So it's like focus on building, focus on expansion, focus on planting the seeds, and be aware that there is a very collective energetic access point. Like there's a collective energy that you can access to release all of these other things that aren't serving you because you've gone through that phase. You see what's not serving you. So now it's an opportunity to be like, okay, fine. I need to let go of these things so that I can make more space for the good things. You know what I mean? So we're all working with the same energy. We're just experiencing a different manifestation of it, which again is just very cool because like the human experience is kind of that always happening in different ways. And we can get into that conversation another time. But like what I really enjoy about this season is that like this is an opportunity for us to just accept that like in recognizing our shadow self and in recognizing the light and the love of our potential, that brings together our whole being. And our whole being is only developed and is only we're only able to progress spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally when we allow both sides of those things to be present and to not judge ourselves for it. You don't need to judge yourself for feeling jealous that this person just got something or that that person has that. You don't need to beat yourself up because you're jealous. Jealousy is a very normal human emotion. But what you do need to then do, which is your responsibility, is to say, why do I feel jealous? And I need to look behind that. And like, where does this, maybe it stems from lack or from scarcity. Where does that stem from? Is that from my childhood? Is that from society? Is that from a past relationship? Oh, it's a past relationship. Okay, what did I not receive in this relationship that I needed? Which ones of what of my needs weren't met in this experience? Like, how can I identify which needs of mine were not met in this experience? And how can I talk to that part of myself? And how can I reclaim that part of myself so that I'm not feeling so triggered? So, like, this is the beauty of us having these shadow aspects of ourselves, right? Okay. So, that needed to come out for whatever reason. I hope that resonates with some of you. If it does, sound off in the comments. Let me know. Um, because I really enjoy engaging. And yeah, we should have actually, I think this will be one of the first workshops that you guys have from my new website, which is so cute. We've spent so much time organizing this. And I believe in the platform somewhere, there is the ability to like interact under the videos. So if that is not available yet, then that is like the phase 2 that is coming that we're continuing to work on. We're going to have some community stuff in there too. Like we're building out this whole incredible platform. So yeah, I'm super excited about that. And if this was your first time like creating an account and logging in, then like this will always be available now on your login. You will see like where you log in, all your courses, everything that you have, any classes, ebooks, all the stuff that you start purchasing and reading about, learning about, all the stuff that you are just diving into will all be in one area now with one login, so you can access it all. Like this is just a way cleaner, easier setup. And we can take international payments because a lot of people are like, I can't buy your things. I'm in India or I'm in Morocco and it doesn't work. So now we can serve even more people, which is also amazing. So thank you all for being here. Okay, let's talk about Libra a little bit. I have some notes here and on my computer, but Libra is cardinal air energy. So Libra season is asking you to get your shit together and take action, okay? Because cardinal is like the creators. Cardinal is the leaders. Cardinal is like we're fucking going for this. So it's really important that you use this energy to actually like dive in and take action in certain ways. That mixed with the equinox energy, we are being called to again, and I know people are always like, I'm always letting go of things. Yeah, bitch. The number one rule down here on earth is non-attachment, because the things that you think you want, you hold on to. Sometimes you deserve more, you don't really want these things, and they're just blocking bigger blessings from coming in. So get ready for a lifetime of letting go. Okay, that's the best way. Release expectations, release toxic shit, release toxic people, just create space. Okay, you're constantly creating space. That's what we do in this lifetime. And it's beautiful because Ace of Coins is coming, Ace of Swords is coming. It's like we have new clarity, we have new ideas, we have new communication, we have new abundance, commitment, relationships. All these things are coming, but they can't come when you don't have the motherfucking space, bitch. So release, okay? So cardinal air is asking you to take action in a new way. What's interesting is that a lot of the things that we need to be taking action on are the things that are helping us rewire our mind and reset our perspective, because it's air. So it's ruling the thoughts, it's ruling communication. This is about speaking up. You have to speak up. Okay. Like cardinal air, say it, get it out. Get it out of your motherfucking body. Don't hold it in, because the more you hold it in, the more dis-ease it causes and tension in your body. And it's like, you don't want that. You don't want to be in tension, in stress. So what do? We get it out. We speak it into existence. And that also goes for like the things that you're wanting to manifest. If you're manifesting $1 million, ooh, see, I love that. I actually just caught myself. I almost said, if you're trying to manifest, and we're not trying, we're just manifesting. So if you are manifesting $1 million. You need to talk like a motherfucking millionaire, bitch. You need to act like a millionaire. You need to think like a millionaire. You need to speak, hear, listen, see like a millionaire. And that is cardinal air energy, because we are taking action to intentionally create a focus, to create our words, to put our attention on the things that will support us. And we're being intentional about the things that we know will support us, because we have this vision, we have this idea of the direction we want to move in. So for us to get there, we need to take action, we need to have conversations, and we need to clear out certain perspectives in our mind, certain scarcity programming. And it's like, boom, that is what Libra season is going to help us do, because Libra is cardinal air. The other thing that I really like about Libra, I want to pull one of these animal cards and see what comes up. The other thing that I really like about Libra is that it represents karma as well. It's like the seeds that you plant, they grow. And oh my gosh, so many cards. No, there's like 5 cards there. The seeds that you plant grow. And that's like, they grow. It doesn't matter what you're planting, it's gonna fucking grow, bitch. So like, make sure you're planting something good, because like, if you're planting Netflix all day, then like, what's growing? Probably just your gut, because you're not doing any physical movement and you're sitting on fucking Netflix all day. And don't get me wrong, it's like, I'll go through a phase where I'm just like, no, I need 3 days in bed, and I'm gonna just honor that, and that's fine. That's not what I'm talking about, because if you're doing it intentionally to rest, so that you can recover and recharge, then when you get back into life, you have a lot of energy and you can actually create. So that's beautiful. That's perfect. Do that. But like, if you know you should be taking action, if you know you should be doing something, if you know that, hanging out on bed all day, watching Netflix for 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks or whatever is like really not serving you. And it's like, maybe you're like, well, I have like a medical condition, or like, I'm mentally not well right now and I just need to stay home. It's like, okay, that's fair. But like, some of the seeds you could be planting are like, I'm going to intentionally take 60 minutes to get outside every day and take a walk, just to shift something. I'm going to intentionally maybe stop watching just like a series of like whatever. I'm going to start watching like more documentaries that are helping me educate myself in some capacity, so that I can expand my consciousness. And it's like, those are the seeds that we're planting. Those are the things that are going to grow, right? So this is an opportunity for us to really look at like, what is growing in our life and what is the return on that growth. Like, if we are planting seeds, if we are investing our time, our energy, our money into certain things, what is the return on those? Because like, the scales always need to balance back out, and sometimes they balance out in your favor and sometimes they don't, and that's fine. When they don't, you're still learning, you're still moving forward, you're still expanding. So Libra season is here to remind us that like, even your failures are successes, because you're successful in learning what doesn't work. So it's like, this is a good opportunity for us to just be really aware of that. And then as we're successful in understanding what is not working, we then need to open up our mind to the possibility that there's another fucking way of doing something, and we need to take action in that way. And that is again where the cardinal air comes from. I'm seeing this, I'm accepting this, I'm shifting this, I'm taking action on this, and I'm moving forward in a new way. So like, you're not always going to have the clarity of what that new way looks like. And I think with this Ace of Swords reverse, this is saying it's like, you don't need to understand the full outcome. We have a Hermit card here, and the Hermit is saying this is step by step by step. This is also Virgo season energy. We are just leaving Virgo season. So all of the digestion that has taken place, because Virgo season is all about digesting. And we have been digesting and we've had a strong retrograde season during Virgo season. We also had Mercury retrograding in Virgo, and Mercury rules Virgo. So Mercury loves Virgo. Virgo loves Mercury, because like, the planet of Virgo is Mercury. So like, Mercury rules Virgo. Mercury was in Virgo, which is like his home, and he loves to be there. And he was in retrograde being like, okay, there are so many things that need to change. Oh my God. So like, or there are so many things that I need to complete. There are so many things that I need to fully digest. There are so many things that I need to accept about who I am, where I am, what I'm doing, what I'm building, where I'm going. There's a lot of process, a lot of new habits that are needed to be formed. There's a lot of new conversations that are needed to be had. And like that Virgo season energy that we have just stepped out of, and now we're stepping into Libra season. It's like that Virgo season really showed us like, whoo, child, some of these things do not fucking work. Some of these things don't work. And now I need to take action in a new way. And I'm doing that because my perspective has shifted. Cardinal air energy. Libra is cardinal air. So it's like my perspective has shifted based off of everything I have digested over the last 30 days. And now I need to take action on the results of that digestion process. That brought me new results, new information. I need to take action. It's that fucking simple. So take action. But we don't know the direction that we're moving in. We don't always know where this action is going to land us. Where am I going? And it's like, this feels right, but I don't see the long term. You don't fucking have to with this hermit energy. This is actually asking you to just trust the process, trust your intuition, trust that you will know what to do step by step by step. And every day just focus on just that day or maybe tomorrow. But you don't need to be thinking about 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 8 months ahead, because Ace of Swords reverse, Ace of Coins reverse, you're probably not going to be able to see it fully. And that's fine because we still have a lot of planets in retrograde. We are still in a moment of all of these planets forcing us to reflect and reassess and realign and reimagine and replan. And it's like, so embrace that. You're only going to go crazy if you're trying to fucking fight it. So don't fight it. Just let it be what it is and honor the season that you are in. So as we move into this Libra season, we're really being asked to focus on partnerships, on how we show up. And I'm not talking about just romantic partnerships. Like, I love this. The cow spirit, the miracles are endless. Yes, they are, bitch. Especially when you put your mind to it. Cardinal energy, Libra, put your mind to it, right? So it's like, as we're moving into a new phase of our lives, and oh my God, the South Node in Libra is also activating the shit out of this experience for all of us. So like, we're going to talk about that a little bit too. I have a full workshop just for the South Node in Libra. If you are a Libra or an Aries, especially if it is your sun, moon, rising, Mars, or Venus, you need to watch this workshop. If you are a Libra, an Aries, a Cancer, or a Capricorn, you need to watch this workshop because you are the 4 cardinal signs. We will all experience this. Everyone who is here, everyone in the world will experience this energy with the South Node in Libra and the North Node in Aries. But if you are an Aries, Libra, Capricorn, or Cancer, you will experience it to an amplified degree if those signs fall in your sun, moon, or rising, for sure, because you are part of a cardinal cross, it's called. You're these 4 points. So this is the cardinal cross. There's a cardinal cross activation happening for 18 months. That 18 months is the transit of the North and the South Node, and they're moving, okay? We're going to talk about this a little bit in a minute. I want to just get into this partnerships thing that I was like deterring away from. But if you are here on this workshop, you can use, I think it's nodes 20 or something like that. Look at your workbook, your seasonal guide. On the last page, there's a coupon in there for 20% off of the nodes workshop. Because like, oh my God, Libra, if you are here and you have not watched that workshop, I don't know what the fuck you're doing. Like, just shut this one down and go watch that one. No, just kidding. This one's going to be great for you also, obviously. But it's just like, that you need to watch. Capricorn, Cancer, Aries, Libra. You have to watch it. Okay, so use the code and save some money on it. I'm going to talk about a little bit of those nodes in this workshop as well. But I have a full like 60-minute workshop with another guide and everything. So like, do that. Now, what is important about the partnerships and about the nodes in combination with the partnerships? This is why I'm not off topic. I'm bringing it all back together. Just listen. The North Node in Aries is asking you to show up in new ways. The South Node in Libra is asking you to release your old ways of showing up in relationships. Okay, so South Node in Libra. There are certain characteristics that you bring into a relationship that you can no longer bring. Maybe that is self-sacrificing. You don't prioritize yourself, you prioritize everyone else. Maybe that is making sure that everyone else is taken care of, but you aren't good. You need help, but you still help everyone, but no one helps you. It's like maybe it's boundaries. It's you don't charge enough money for the work that you do, or you don't value yourself enough to charge enough money for the work that you do. Like it's things like this where the South Node in Libra is showing us that, like, oh my God, how much louder does this need to be before I'm paying attention? How much fucking louder does this need to get before I'm paying attention? And it's like, no, I'm going to accept that I'm feeling this, and I'm going to release these outdated ways of being, because these are outdated programs that I carry and I bring them into my relationships. Maybe it's also like a toxic attachment style. It's like you need to know where your partner is, what he's doing at all times. It's like that comes from an earlier trauma. That comes from an earlier issue. You can't keep moving through life like that, girl. It's like you gotta let it go. So like this is where the South Node in Libra is asking us to reflect on how we show up in relationships in ways that aren't great so that we can let those go. Now we have the North Node in Aries asking us to recreate that main character energy. So the main character energy is like, this is who I am. This is my identity. This is how I show up. This is my ego, how I identify, what I identify with, what I want to, how I want to move through my life, etc. That's all ego, healthy ego. So like the North Node in Aries is asking you to take action and apply all of that wisdom from what you're letting go of, the things that don't work in your relationships. So it's like, okay, all these things I don't like about how I show up or how I let other people show up in our relationships, friendships, work, love. I need better boundaries. I need to speak my truth. I need to value myself more. I need all these fucking things. And it's like, I need this. These things don't work. I need to change this. North Node in Aries, this is how I'm going to change it. This is how I'm taking action. Why is this important right now? Because Libra season is asking you to take action in these ways, to move forward in these ways, because Libra is shifting our mindset, shifting the way we see things, the way we communicate, the way we speak our truth, so that we can find better balance in relationships. And we need to use this South Node in Libra energy to say these fucking things don't work and I'm over it. And the North Node in Aries is supporting me in writing a new story. And I'm going to move in the direction of a new fucking story. And I'm going to do that because I deserve more, because I value myself more. Why? Because there were parts of myself that I was acting on before that were shadow aspects of myself, from past relationships, past traumas, past issues, past belief systems. And those things don't serve me anymore. But they taught me. And what did they teach me? They triggered the shit out of me, and they taught me that I am actually lovable and I am actually fucking amazing. And I used all of those triggers, all of that shadow, to balance out more of the light in my being. Equinox, right? The equinox, equal day, equal night, equal shadow, equal light. I used all that information to balance myself out. Now I am more balanced. Now I understand my value better. And I'm going to use this North Node in Aries to create a new story. And I'm going to use this fucking Libra season to believe the story and to start talking that way and acting that way and moving that way. And by doing that, I am leading others to do it, because Libra is a leadership energy. I'm inspiring others to take the same action, because they're going to see, holy shit, this person can do it. Holy shit, that person has grown. Holy shit, this person is expanding. I want to expand. How did they do it? They integrated their shadow and their light. They started with self-acceptance. They started doing they were doing the workshops, they're showing up, they're investing. And it's like, because of that, they have more conscious space. They can hold more energy. And because they can hold more energy, they have more opportunity coming. Holy shit, I want to do the same thing. You are leading by example by just fucking healing yourself. You are healing the world. So it's like, this is the direction that we are being called to move in during Libra season. Why? Because Libra in modern day astrology also represents the 7th house, which is partnerships. Now we're back to the partnership conversation. The partnerships that we are calling in are of a higher vibrational caliber and a higher quality than ever before. Why? Because you are doing the work and you are releasing the shadow and you are integrating your bullshit and you are accepting your full experience so that you can hold more space for other people who do the same thing. Because when your vibration changes, you start attracting other people who are in a similar vibrational match. So if you are doing the work and you can hold that higher vibration, you will attract other people who are also doing the work and holding that higher vibration, and together you attract each other. That's how this works. So it's like, this is where the partnerships comes in. We need to be looking at what partnerships do I resonate with? Because like at the end of the day, you're going to be experiencing the world as a whole. You're still going to be experiencing like the fucking idiots, and you're still going to be experiencing the fucking rude ass people who want to take advantage of you, and you're still going to be experiencing the motherfuckers from your past who want to come back around and drain the shit out of you again. But you changed. You know this. You know that you are better now. You know that you have better boundaries now. So now you have an opportunity to say, these partnerships are not in alignment with me anymore, and I'm moving forward in a new capacity. And that is why this Libra season is so fucking important, because we need to be accepting the truth that is right in front of us and saying, I deserve more, and I'm going to take action towards that through what? All of my partnerships, work, love, friendships, like everything. I'm going to only create space for higher caliber connections because I'm doing the fucking work. So I don't know why the fuck I'm dragging everyone on my damn coattails. Not anymore, Sandra. Not anymore. There's going to be a Sandra somewhere watching this who's like, why are you yelling at me? And then all of a sudden I say Sandra, they're going to be like, but you know what? That's the Sandra who needs to hear it. There's a Marco coming through strong too. Okay. Sorry for that rant. That was crazy. Dream the world into being, the lizard spirit. Dream the world into being. So it's like, what direction do you see your life going in? And how can you take action to, again, like I said, dream the world into being? It's like, we want to be walking like a millionaire, talking like a millionaire, speaking, feeling, thinking like a millionaire. You want to be sitting in that energy, and you need to be really aware of, like the bottom of the deck says, the wasp spirit. Sometimes life stings. And it's the number 64, which is a 10. So it's like, what dream world, what fantasy in your mind do you want to create here that you are completely capable of doing it? Like, trust me, I'm literally living my dream. I thought about this forever. I enjoy teaching. I enjoy tarot. I enjoy music. I enjoy astrology. I enjoy all these things. And now I'm literally paid to do this internationally. Love it. I got 20 people working for me. We're making lots of money. We're donating tons of money. We're creating killer projects. I'm opening an incredible healing space in Lisbon. It's like, girl, this was all just in my head at some point. And then I just had to be like, you know what? If it's there, I'm just going to act like it's here. So what did I do? I faked it until I fucking made it. And like some would say, I made it. And I feel pretty good about what I've made. So it's like, you can also dream whatever is up there and you can bring it into this world. How do you bring it into this world? Again, Libra season is asking you, cardinal energy, to take action on where you put your attention, how you use your words, the conversations you're having, the partnerships that you're bringing into your life. And when you think about this wasp spirit, sometimes life stings. This is an opportunity for us to just be like, wow, that fucking hurt. That fucking stung. But although it's a quote unquote failure, it is teaching me what success really looks like and what success really feels like, because this doesn't feel good. This is not what I want. This is very South Node in Libra. I'm going to let this shit go, and I'm going to move forward in a new way, creating the life that I want, taking action in a new way. And you know what's beautiful about the North Node in Aries is that it activates more cardinal energy, which is leadership, which is take fucking action. So we're in a take fucking action moment, okay? After this, we are going to shift into, because the nodes actually move backwards. So we just had the North Node in Taurus, and now it's in Aries, and then it'll go back into Pisces. And Pisces is mutable. So like after this 18-month cycle of the North Node in Aries, once that completes, we're going to have a North Node in Pisces, I believe. And that's going to be like, okay, time to get flexible, time to change things up. And like, right now it's time to take action, to create something new, to intentionally build something new, build new habits, build new relationships, build a new self, literally. So it's like, use that energy for the next 18 months. And again, that'll shift, and we'll do a whole workshop on that, and I'll be here to support you through it. But it's just like, sometimes life stings. Sometimes those relationships don't pan out the way we thought they would, whether it's love, friendship, work, whatever. It just doesn't work out. But like, that doesn't mean we didn't gain something from it. So South Node in Libra is asking you, what wisdom did you gain from this? Because the North Node and the South Node, oh my God, there's so much to talk about here. You have to watch the workshop. It's so good. The North Node and the South Node are areas that represent fate and destiny and karma. So it's like all of that karma that we're letting go of actually gives us the tools to create the next cycle. It's like, again, there's no failure. It's a successful understanding of what doesn't work. So it's like this. Oh, I love that. There is no failure. It's a successful understanding of what doesn't work. And that can be in your relationships, in love, in friendship, in work. It doesn't matter. But this Libra season is so amplified because the South Node in Libra is asking you to take all of that wisdom and all of that learning and to apply it. And this Libra season with the equinox is saying, bitch, balance out the shadow and the light to integrate yourself fully and take action in a new way, because you are moving into huge opportunities and you got to do something about it, you know? Okay. What else do we have here? I have to pee so bad. 25 minutes. No, let me just pause this and go pee. 1 second. Okay. Make sure you're hydrating, because moving a lot of energy. We're going to do a meditation. I also want to look through, I have like so many notes, but I've just, oh my God, it's like 35 minutes of me just like literally channeling and screaming at you. Yeah, maybe pause this, grab a tea or something. Okay, let me look at some of these important dates through Libra season. We have Libra season begins around the 23rd. We have a full moon in Aries on the 29th. Okay, so that's going to be really good at illuminating the ways that, like a full moon in Aries, and remember, this is where the North Node is, like, this is going to be showing us what is working, what is good, like what direction do we need to keep moving in, because we're getting really sort of like more confident in creating those things, or like if there's certain habits or certain belief systems that we're trying to rewire. Like, this is going to be a moment of culmination, really showing us what like is working. We're also going to be really aware of like what parts of ourselves still need to fall away, and maybe it's like be careful around being like too impulsive, because Aries is like so fucking impulsive. It's also like, you can't tell me nothing. It's like, okay, girl, like we could all, you know, take a little advice sometimes. So like, just don't be too like hard-headed. I'm not listening to nobody. Nobody can tell me nothing. It's like, okay, Aries, like whatever. But Aries is also very self-sufficient and like probably can do it themselves and probably knows how to do it very well. But Aries is just like also a little chaotic, you know? Aries is kind of chaos. But it's like a nice chaos. It's the spark that initiates like all of the creative flow. It's like the spark of the universe, you know? So like there's a really nice, why does this tank top make me look so frumpy sometimes? I'm like, am I okay? Like body dysmorphia also, so that's not helping. But yeah, so just careful around that full moon. Also, you could be really combative. People could be fighting. So just like stay away from the drama, mama, okay? October 4th, we have Mercury enters Libra. Also, like I send these updates and way more updates and some tarot stuff on text message. I'll try to get, oh, I don't know if we can post links below now. You'll see it on my website somewhere. If you want these like to your phone, like I have these that come out to your phone, so you're good. But Mercury enters Libra. Mercury entering Libra, this is going to give us a better understanding of the things that still need to be taken care of with like legal things, paperwork, processes and procedures, which is so funny because October 4th is in like 2 weeks and we're hiring Oh my God, I'm hiring like 6 or 7 more people right now, and for the shop. And part of that hiring process is an HR girl. And HR is so Mercury and Libra. So I'm just laughing because the timing of this is perfect. But like Mercury and Libra is going to be like, how do we create a process and a procedure that is going to help bring better balance and communication to everybody so that we can all work together? So figure out how to use that energy in your day-to-day life. Around October 4th, it's going to be a good time for clear communication, trying to make sure that like people say what they do and they do what they say, like that type of vibe. That's October 4th. October 8th, we have Venus enters Virgo, which is going to be, it's interesting because I pulled that Virgo card, right? The Hermit. So Venus entering Virgo during Libra season is going to have us kind of being like, wanting to like recluse. Is that the word? Reclude? No, not reclude for sure. I think it's recluse. Wanting to like hide away is my point. Like, Venus in Virgo is kind of like, I want to just like slow down a little bit. I want to like take my time with like what brings you more pleasure. Like not to make this all about me every time, but like I am starting a pottery class on a wheel. I'm gonna have like my ghost moment. Is that the movie Ghost? Whatever. I'm trying to be Demi Moore. Okay. And yeah, like pottery is like slow and steady. It's like technical. Um, Virgo is also connected to Mercury, as we talked about earlier. Mercury rules the hands, which is funny. So like it's like a handy thing to do. It's also very Venetian, which is Venus in Virgo, because it's like artsy and it's pleasure, but it's slow. Like you can't rush through pottery. So this is a very like slow way of moving into, yeah, what gives you pleasure more long term, and how can you create more time intentionally for that? So maybe you're scheduling more time at the gym, you're scheduling a massage, you're intentionally creating space to indulge, like that's a good Venus in Virgo. Also, like your budget, get your budget together, your money together. Where are you spending? How are you spending your time, your energy, your money, but like literal resources as well. October 10th, we have Pluto stationing direct in Capricorn. So, what do I have here? Pluto's almost done. Sorry, this is straight from your seasonal book, so you'll have this. But Pluto is almost done with its 15-year tour through the sign of Capricorn. Okay. Expect big endings and reveals. Yeah, so like Pluto, let me feel into this for a second. Pluto has been retrograding in Capricorn. So Pluto has been really showing us our systems and structures that haven't been working, our old habits, our old belief systems, and also looking at like patriarchal society and like societal programming that has us thinking that like we need to do something this way. It's like, I need to wake up and work right away, like that consumer driven energy. It's like, fuck off. So like Pluto now moving direct in Capricorn has been really showing us like, where are we overworked and underpaid? Where are we still operating with outdated systems, habits, structures that maybe limit us instead of creating space for us to expand? So Pluto retrograding in Capricorn has been bringing a lot of that awareness forward. And now Pluto direct in Capricorn is allowing us to build a better system. So maybe it's even like internal with like your company or projects that you're working on. It's just like getting more details together and now understanding the details and figuring out how to transform the process into a better structure that will support us for the long term. We still have Jupiter and Taurus, and Jupiter and Taurus is expanding all of this like space for abundance and opportunity and growth financially, but like a lot of us can't accept in that financial growth if we don't have like our spending habits um under control. Or maybe we're, you have $60,000 a year, like where are you spending half of that? Like how are you spending your time, energy, and money? Like are there better ways of reinvesting that? Maybe you want to buy something big, or you want to start a business, or you want to invest that in a new way. Like this is an opportunity for us to really understand how those investments can work for us better, so that we can create a stronger foundation, so that Jupiter and Taurus can expand and bring more opportunities to fall on top of that foundation and grow more abundance over time. So that's kind of like the mental experience that's happening right now. The last three things here. We have Mars enters Scorpio. This is October 11th. This is going to be deep transformation. This is going to be a lot of like strategy, a lot of investigation and diving deep. A really good time to learn something. A really good time to, investigate things. This is also like very, very sexual energy. So like after October 11th, like girl, you might be having some fun. You know what I mean? For real though, like Mars and Scorpio. Woo! I've dated a couple people with Mars and Scorpio in their chart, and like that's a good time. I'll tell you that. Um, yeah, so just be aware of that. It can also be again very like attacky and vengeful. So like careful. Like well, I guess careful with others too, like what they're doing, but like careful with just like how you want to like lash out and just like, oh fuck this person. I hope XYZ. And it's like if you're somebody who's taking these workshops, meditates a lot, does your energy work, practices your like spirituality, then like even those thought forms can like ping, go and attack that person. Like I've thought something and like literally 2 days later, like something happened. And I was just like, oh my God, I shouldn't have even thought that. I can't believe that just happened. And it's like the more power, quote unquote, you have, the more access you have, the stronger those intentions are. It's like that shit can happen. So watch your mind. Mars and Scorpio is like that inner witch from your past life is going to come forward and want to hex people. You know, don't fucking do it. Rule of magic. It always comes back to you 3 times at 3 times the power. So like, don't send out any vengeful shit. You might want to though. Mars and Scorpio. October 14th, we have a new moon Libra solar eclipse, which I love. I'm going to do a solar eclipse workshop. We'll dive into it. And then October 22nd, Mercury enters Scorpio. Oh, I love that. I love Mercury and Scorpio because this is going to be really good with, again, it's like figuring out really detail. We're moving to a really detail oriented time. And Libra is asking us to like, remember, reflect on our partnerships, to rebuild our relationships and who we are and how we show up in our relationships and what we expect from others. Like that's all taking a reset right now. So what is it? Mercury in Scorpio. Yeah, Mercury enters Scorpio is going to bring us even more attention to detail around what we really need and also what we're really feeling. That's going to also be able, like, this is October 22nd. So this is actually moving into Scorpio season. Scorpio season starts on the 23rd. And again, we'll have a workshop for that, which will be like, I'm sure, absolutely amazing. But like the October 22nd Mercury and Scorpio is going to be like, whoa, I can make sense of all of these feelings. I know how to communicate them. I know how to dive deep. I can hold space and have a deep conversation with other people about maybe what they're going through. This is gonna be a really good time for healers and communicators and teachers. Cool. Okay, so those are the things that are happening. Also, your Libra is ruled by Venus, which is again money, beauty, aesthetics. So this is a really good time to lean into like maybe you want to redecorate something, maybe you want to move forward, with a new haircut, or you want to update your wardrobe, or you want to like dive into just like I just bought flowers for my house. It's like things like that. Is like just get out there, get some fresh cut flowers, treat yourself well. Like this is very, very cute. We have some do's and don'ts in here. The Libra mantra, beauty and brains, which I love. Seventh house, the Justice card, which is the tarot card. We've got a breakdown in the seasonal guide here. I'm just quickly looking through the seasonal guide if there's anything I want to expand on quick, but we're pretty much done this. We're going to do a meditation quick. Fall equinox. Yeah, we have an equinox ritual for both the fall and both the spring, which is beautiful. And then some crystal. We've actually dived deeper into these seasonal guides. We're going to start selling these, I think, for like $10 or something on the side for people who are just interested in just downloading the book. It's an ebook. We have featured artists. We have the journal prompts. Like these are fucking awesome. Like these are getting real, real good. So yeah, definitely dive into that and take a peek. Okay. We are good on that workshop. I'm going to open up my meditation notes here. Okay. Yeah. Equinox. What keywords do I have for the equinox? Because we are moving into a time of harmony and balance. Yeah, I have balance and harmony, renewal and rebirth. connection to nature, spiritual rituals and practices are great for right now as well, because again, you want to be balancing out. So maybe light one black candle, one white candle, and one is to release and one is to bring in the new, those types of things. Ceremonies, celebrations, connecting with others. Cool. Okay. I think we got through most of this. Some of the Libra season keywords that I wrote down: balancing, harmony in relationships, justice and fairness, um, aesthetic sensitivities, yeah, conflict resolution, self-care, self-love, cooperation, collaboration, legal matters, socializing, networking, and inner peace. So these are just some good keywords to keep in mind for what to incorporate through your Libra season. But I think, again, we touched on all of these already when we were just chatting. So cool. I'm going to invite you to lay down. You can pause this. You can get comfortable. We're going to close our eyes. I have this angel quartz that I'm going to use to help support the energy of this meditation. I'm going to intentionally create a light grid for everyone here. And we're going to balance out our energies a little bit. Okay. With this meditation, you can watch this anytime. So when you are ready, I invite you to just find a comfortable spot, close your eyes. If you're deaf, of course, leave your eyes open. And we're going to use our imagination, our third eye, to just help visualize a couple things as we move through rebalancing ourselves during this equinox, a time with equal day, equal night, equal dark, equal light, inner love, inner sight. Sorry, I needed to keep going with that. This really is, though, an opportunity for us to just integrate both sides of ourselves. The shadow aspects, all of the blessings of who we are and what we can create. And one of them is not better than the other. They actually work very powerfully together. So just finding a moment of gratitude for all of your triggers, your shadows, the parts of yourself that maybe you find a little bit frustrating with, or like you find a little bit harder to manage. Just sending love to those parts of yourself. Maybe it's anger or jealousy. Maybe it's just part of yourself that carries a deep sadness or whatever it is. It's just send those parts a little bit of love and gratitude for all of the teaching that they actually bring to you. And then I want you to also think about all the things that really work well in your life. The parts of you that are beautiful and creative and supportive. I want you to think about the parts of you that you really admire. Maybe it's a work ethic or how vulnerable you can be in front of others. Maybe it's just a beautiful creative aspect of yourself. And now just coming back to the center, following your breath. I want you to just visualize in front of you a set of scales, like the Libra symbol. And there's one on the left and one on the right. And we've got these two, it's like a plate. And those plates, they hold things. And we try to balance out the scales. So this represents the balance that we're seeking in our life at the moment. And I want you to imagine on one side of the scale, maybe you can see colors or symbols or whatever it is that shows up. Maybe it's just stones or coins or whatever. Don't overthink it. But I want you to see on one side of the scale all of your old patterns and your old beliefs and your habits that are not serving your highest good anymore. And I want you to just see that that side of the scale is really heavy and it's weighed down. And now what we're going to do is just visualize releasing these burdens, releasing these old beliefs or habits. So just remove pieces. Maybe it's stones or whatever is on that side of the scale that represents these old patterns, these old habits. I want you to just reach out and just start taking them off one by one. I want you to start allowing yourself to let go. Allow these old ways to just dissolve. I want you to see that weight being lifted as we let go of maybe pain from the past or anger, disappointment or sadness. Maybe you want to stop smoking or drinking so much or eating certain foods, or maybe there's just a daily practice or a habit that doesn't really serve you anymore. And just release the burden, release the weight off that side of the scale. And I want you to see it becoming lighter and lighter until all of the burdens, all of these pieces are completely dissolved. And I want you to see that that scale comes back into perfect balance. And as that scale sits in perfect balance, I want you to feel that in your body. I want you to feel that you've released these pieces. I want you to feel lighter in your body. Just let go. So much of healing is just letting go, is non-attachment. You can let go of the habits. You can let go of the stories. You can let go of the trigger points. You can let go of the root. And we don't always need to dive into it to see it again, to talk about it again, to understand it again. We can just let it go. So I want you to look at those balanced scales, and this scale is just sitting perfectly balanced. And I want you to just give yourself permission to let go of all of those things that you just removed. And I want you to feel that in your body. Just feel the release of those things, even just for 1 minute. Feel yourself become lighter and more expansive. Now, what I want you to do is to think about the things that you want to bring into your life. So maybe there's more joy, more love, better boundaries, more money, more opportunities, more creativity, more time to rest, whatever it is. And as you're thinking about these things, I want you to just choose a different color or maybe a different symbol or whatever it is. Maybe it's a different stone. I want you to just place intentionally on the other side of the scale some of these higher quality experiences that you want to bring into your life. So maybe you want to bring in more love. Place something on the more positive side of the scale. And I want you to see that that positive side begins to become a little heavier, where we're inviting in more abundance. We're inviting in more light, more love, more quality relationships, more positive habits and behaviors. And as we're feeling into all of the possibilities, and maybe we're visualizing these habits, or we're seeing ourselves in the future just feeling expansive, I want you to just put something that represents that energy on the positive side of the scale. Now feel this in your body. Feel that you've already achieved some of these things, that you're happy, that you're healthy, that you're independent, that you're surrounded by good people that you can trust, that you love. And I want you to feel into that experience, into that version of your future self. And I want you to give yourself permission to accept that into your experience. Give yourself permission to create space for all of those things. And now, when you're ready, I invite you to just open your heart space, your heart chakra. It's in the center of your chest, and just allow that scale to be lifted and to move into your energy field as we accept in all of these high quality experiences, these opportunities, this love, joy, peace, creativity. Allow that to just be absorbed into your heart chakra, and take a deep inhale to really lock this energy into your energy field. And now that we've accepted this into our energy fields, I want you to imagine that the scale becomes fully balanced once again. It's inside of you, it's in your energy field. Just set the intention. Maybe you can visualize it, that the scales are completely cleared, that they are brought back into a neutral, balanced position. And we accept this as a reminder into our life to always be working from a place of balance. This will invite in the equilibrium we desire. This will allow us to move through life in a healthier way. So as you feel that balance within you now, as you feel that harmony within you now, take one more second to just take a breath of gratitude, allowing that harmony and that balance to fill your being, and maybe it radiates out. You begin to feel it expanding beyond your body, out into the world. Recognizing you have the power to create balance and positive change. And when you're ready, bring your attention back into this space, back into your body, slowly opening your eyes, returning to the present moment, bringing some gentle movement into the body, coming back into this space. So you can do that meditation anytime. There is a workbook waiting for you if you haven't accessed it yet. On the last page of the workbook, I looked it up. The code is Node Shift, NODESHIFT, and then the number 20, Node Shift 20. You can use that to access the nodal workshop for a 20% discount. Cancer, Capricorn, Aries, Libra, for sure. Anyone else who's serious about working with this energy, because it affects us all, watch the fucking workshop. I'm going to be like on everyone's ass all year about this, because this is the most important transit 2023, or one of the most important ones. Yeah, that's it. I'm sending you guys so much love and gratitude for being here and trusting me with this space and this information. I hope that was helpful. Let me know in the comment section. I believe we can interact somehow on this new website. And for the future, you won't have to sign up and do all that process again. You will now be able to just put in your login information, and you'll be able to access this at any point in time. All of your workshops will be in the same area. And yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying some of our new offerings and our new style and design. And yeah, I guess that's it. Okay. I'm sending you so much love. Best of luck this Libra season. You've got this. You're good. Go for it. You're already here, which is saying a lot, because, like, fuck, we got the rest of the world out there trying to figure it out. Like, good luck. So, anyways, I'm sending you love. Okay. Ciao.